Welcome to the Digital Innovation Channel, the new innovation channel that will take us to the next edition of the Digital Innovation Forum, Como Lake 2025. Today, we are joined by Nicolò De Masi, CEO of IonQ. Welcome.
Great to be here.
What sets IonQ trapped ion architecture apart from other quantum technologies, such as superconducting qubits or photonic systems?
So IonQ has been 30 years in the making. We were founded actually as a spinoff of the University of Maryland, and today we have fantastic colleagues from Oxford University and Harvard University and Zurich and all over the world. We believe that our founders picked not just the winning path to building a quantum computing, but also the most affordable path. What's great about ion trap computing is we operate at a relatively high temperature. We don't have to cool down to millikelvin. We don't take up much space. We don't use much energy. And so we believe we have the leading unit economics to build not only a fully fault-tolerant machine, but also all the way between today's early quantum advantage machines and full fault tolerance. We believe we have the lowest cost per logical qubit all the way through. We also believe, because of our 30-year R&D pedigree, that we have about a 5-year lead in bringing our machines to market over all other pathways. And normally in the technology markets, a 2-year lead is all you need to frankly win the majority of a market. We have a 5-year lead, so we're feeling quite bullish about what the next few years have to bring for IonQ.
Thank you. How crucial is quantum-safe cryptography in building trust and acceleration adoptions in critical sector such as finance, healthcare, or public administration?
So IonQ is the only company in the world that actually has all the pieces to build what we call the quantum internet. So we have a quantum sensing business, so we can capture data using quantum sensors. We have, of course, our quantum computing business, so we can process that data. And we also have our quantum networking business. And our quantum networking business operates not only on the ground, but also up in the heavens, because we also own our own satellite communications platform. So quantum key distribution is a huge area of both R&D and actual commercialization for IonQ. We have about 500 patents in the sector. We operate quantum secure networks in a number of countries. And we believe that the future, of course, is about better security than people are used to today in a classical world. At the moment, if you don't use quantum key distribution, you can be hacked. You can be hacked by bad state, bad nation actors. You can be hacked by, of course, criminal organizations. Only quantum key distribution is not just practically safe, but it's theoretically perfectly secure. So even in 50 years, if someone downloads your data, they won't be able to decrypt it in the future. So we believe everyone's moving to QKD. Italy is, of course, a leader in this. They've been an early mover. And you're spot on that it's important for financial services, it's important for the government, but honestly, it's important for everyone's personal data, and fundamental trust around communications networks is what allows civilization as we know it in 2025. Online shopping doesn't happen without online banking and so on. And so we're very confident that not just in a world of quantum computers that can crack RSA 2048, but in the current classical regime of code making and code breaking, the QKD is about to have a fantastic renaissance.
Amazing, thank you. IonQ has recently made strategic acquisitions, such as Oxford Ionics, to strengthen its technology portfolio. Could you share the rationale behind these moves?
Yeah, so IonQ was the first company to go public in the quantum category. It was an IPO I sponsored actually in 2020. And I'm very proud of the fact that today we have the largest market capitalization in the sector. It's about $25 billion. We're the best capitalized player in the space and the largest by revenue. We take advantage of opportunities to move things earlier on all of our technical roadmaps. So when we can do that in the computing space and we can move something 5 years earlier, we will. We can do that in the networking space, we'll do that. In the sensing space, same thing. Fundamentally, we're the only company in the world that can stitch together sensing, networking, computing on the ground and in space. And we've been able to, frankly, accelerate our roadmap to this full quantum internet vision because we now have talent pools IP and unique engineering solutions that have come to us, not always organically, but sometimes inorganically. And we'll continue to do that because we think time matters. It's all about, this, if you will, quantum space race, which is what matters for national security and for national economic security.
Perfect. Investors in financial markets often look for tangible results. What timeline do you consider credible for quantum to become a large-scale business?
So IonQ is guided to do approximately $100 million of revenue at the high end of guidance in 2025. We have doubled revenue every year since the IPO, the last 4 years. We hope to be able to continue that, and we expect that the maturation of our quantum networking, quantum computing, and quantum sensing businesses will support that. We're a very real business today. We're delivering quantum commercial advantage in 2025. We've delivered 3 examples that I think have, frankly, impressed financial markets, governments, and commercial customers alike. We delivered a computational engineering quantum advantage example in March at NVIDIA's conference, actually in Palo Alto with Ansys and Synopsys. We delivered in April a quantum AI and generative adversarial network speedup on World Quantum Day, April 13th and 14th. And most spectacularly on June 9th and 10th, we announced a 20x speedup in partnership with AstraZeneca, Amazon Web Services, and NVIDIA. And so in tandem, this is the reason why players like NVIDIA have been talking up the fact that quantum is actually now happening today as opposed to down the line, or the main reason why that speed up has happened in people's minds, because we're delivering tangible value already in 25, and I think it's only going to accelerate, honestly, exponentially from here.
Great. Finally, what message would you like to send to the Italian and European audience, young engineers, policymakers, and companies about the quantum opportunity and their role in it?
So I'm an Italian citizen, and I'm a big believer that there's this fantastic opportunity for Italy to have a new renaissance around quantum computing and quantum networking and quantum sensing. The business of quantum is one where nations that are early movers and nations that have the talent pool, nations that invest in that talent pool, can play the game where the puck is going, where the ball is going, as the expression goes. And in the case of quantum, where it's going is applications. We already have been running applications at IonQ for a number of years now. We have the fastest machines in the world by any benchmark. Our new hardware that we've just announced the last few weeks, we believe is 36 quadrillion times more powerful than any of our competitors. 36 quadrillion times is the biggest number I've seen announced by a public company in my career, and I've been the chairman or CEO of 14 public companies. And so when it comes to Italy, we have the talent pool, we have the universities. We have leaders in government who are, frankly, very far-sighted and looking around corners and recognize that in 2035, when you look back on 2025, it's going to look a lot like 2015 does today. And so just think about the wonderful adage that we always overestimate what happens in a year and underestimate what happens in a decade. During the Millennium administration, we're going to see broad quantum advantage happen. IonQ is going to spearhead that. We're going to see quantum key distribution and quantum security become a household phenomenon. And Italy has a fantastic opportunity during this administration's leadership to leave this as a legacy for the nation. And I believe that IonQ can be instrumental in not only the business of quantum, but also in driving partnerships between Italy and nations like the US and the UK, who are also leaning into quantum with IonQ, and where IonQ has a fantastic multinational relationship we can bring to bear here.
Thank you, Mr. Damasi. Thank you all. We hope to see you soon at the Digital Innovation Forum in Como 2025.
Thank you.
Thank you.